Hey guys, Ben from Blues Roulette. We got together today to shoot a video about the difference between a jazz bass and a P bass on a harmonic level. So I was round at Neil Tilbury Films HQ the other day, and he had a spectrum analyzer running on my bass track. And I thought it was really interesting to see and watch the harmonic content of my bass line and what was happening in my bass line. So what I thought we'd do today is kind of do the same thing, play the same part. I'm going to play palm muted with my tone and my volumes on full, and just kind of roll around a 12 bar and be able to compare the two to see if there is any difference between them harmonically. We're not talking about physical differences or whatever. We're just looking at the harmonic content and if there is a difference. So this is the harmonic spectrum analyzer that I was talking about. From bottom to top is volume, and from left to right is frequency. So the further left something is, the lower the frequency, and the higher something is, the more volume you're hearing. So if I pause the spectrum analyzer real quick just here on G, which is the first note of what I'm playing, you can see these first four peaks. Now these first four peaks, the first one is the fundamental, the G note itself, the frequency that aligns itself with G. The next one is the harmonic, an octave higher. The third one is the next most important frequency in the G note, which is a D. And the fourth one is another octave above the first octave, so it's the second octave of the G. And then all the rest of these peaks down here, all the way up to 20,000 hertz, are all other information and other harmonics and all the rest of the harmonics in the note of G. If we look at this, we've got between 50 hertz and 300 hertz, the bones of the note or the harmonic. So we've got those, the G's and the D and the strong parts harmonically of the note we're looking at. Then from 300 to about 4,000 hertz, there's a whole bunch of other information in there. There's a whole bunch of other harmonics and harmonic content happening that are obviously all related to the G. There'll be the other notes or the other harmonic values in the G, which will impact what we hear and impact how we hear and how we perceive the actual note itself. And then from above 4,000, 5,000 hertz up, there is still a lot of information in there. It's above what we can hear. That was my P bass. This is my jazz bass. Both pickups are on full. The tone's all the way open. I'm just gonna do the same thing. Palm muted, 12 bar in G, and we'll see what the difference is. So this is the harmonic content of the jazz bass. Just like the P, sort of between 50 and 300 hertz is, pretty solid and it's there. the same kind of 4 harmonic signposts, or the fundamental, the harmonic of the octave, the harmonic of the 5th, and then the harmonic of the octave above that, all really stand out. But where this is kind of different to the P is above that. So between 300 hertz and 3,500, 4,000 hertz, there's a lot more going on here. There's a lot more content. There's a lot more harmonic jumping around and all the rest of it, which is pretty much what I expected going into this. The jazz bass is going to be a little bit more nasally, a little bit more attacky, and a little bit more sharp in the top end, which is essentially what this is showing us.
So there it is, the difference between a P bass and a jazz bass harmonically. If you've got any questions about any of the gear that we're using, or any questions in general, or anything at all, you know where to find me. Blues Roulette, Instagram, Facebook, all those places. Comment in the the space to do that below. Reach out, say hi. Love to hear from you. Be well. I'll talk to you soon. Today, no. Neil, what's the actual name?
Neil Tilbury Films.
Yeah.
It's on the end of every single one of the videos.
I know. Lots of things are on the end of all sorts of videos. I vagued out. Should I pull the other bass out and be like,
Yeah.
this versus this in the intro, or?
That's cool.
I mean, that's shocker.
Corona.
Today I've got my no. We're gonna shoot a little video, or we are shooting. No, we're not going to. We are here doing it. So we're coming out of the intro, the whole Johnny doing the thing. Have you ever wondered why that, like, the Germans are coming? Why people say that with a German accent? I think it makes no sense. Right.
Cut. Take 742 and action.
Hey guys, Ben from 743. I was gonna pose a question then, but I didn't really have one to pose. We can just edit that.
Can we?
Can we? I'm sure you can.
Yes. Take 749.
44.
44, sorry. And action.
And it's in tune. Hey guys. Why do I always want to start with hey guys? Again. From the beginning.
From the beginning.
Benjamin. So, that's the difference. If there is any. No, I can't say that. Should I go in?